How do the wealthy get to enjoy all of the toys and always seem to have leftover money? Well, they just think differently and they understand things that we weren't taught in elementary school, middle school, and high school. I've been teaching the mindset of the wealthy now for quite a while, which includes things like investing in real estate, making more money in your life, and also being able to enjoy the lifestyle that should come along with that. Now, here's the thing. We weren't taught the right way to purchase liabilities in our lives. We were taught the best way for the bank. The way that most people purchase their liabilities, like their cars, makes the bank the most money. So I want to take some time and I want to show you how the wealthy buy those liabilities and increase their lifestyle without it making a major impact on their wealth. There are some benefits that you're going to get to buying a car inside of your business. Now, keep in mind, I am not your accountant and I am not your attorney, so make sure you seek professional advice before you go out and execute any of these strategies on your own. Now, here are a couple of the benefits of purchasing your vehicles inside of your business rather than doing it in your personal name. The number one major benefit that I know of is tax advantages. You can start taking write-offs on your vehicles that you couldn't otherwise take when your business owns them and not you. For example, you can take mileage or actual expenses as a write-off. You're gonna do the math at the end of the year and you're gonna see which one saves you more money. But that's something you can take advantage of by owning your car in your business rather than owning it in your personal name. Here's how it works. You can't just register the car in your business's name and go out and leverage the car in your personal credit. You may have to personal guarantee, but you want the business to borrow the money to buy the car. Now, in order to do this, you must have an actual business. So you have to go out and you have to register a business in order to get business credit. Now, business credit works mostly the same way that personal credit does. You have to have good payment history, you have to be a good borrower, and you have to establish a credit profile so that banks can verify these things. You're gonna wanna register your business with the state. You're gonna want an EIN number. I would suggest get in touch with an attorney because what actually protects you in an entity like an LLC is the operating agreement. It's not just the articles of incorporation where you've registered with the state you live in. That does nothing other than opens you up for taxation. You wanna get with an attorney and make sure that you have a bulletproof operating agreement to protect you in your line of business. Now, in order to get that business credit profile, you're also going to wanna have a website around your business. This can be something very simple. You can get on and build a WordPress site or get on one of these WordPress builder services and pay a minimal fee of $10, $15 a month to have a business website where your potential lenders can go check on you and make sure that you're a legitimate operating business. A website helps with that. Now, one of the most important things is that credit profile. You're gonna wanna go out and once you have your business set up, you're going to want to register your business with a Dun & Bradstreet number. Now, this is free and it can all be done online. So hop on Google, do some research, go get that Dun & Bradstreet number once you have your entity set up. Now, one of the benefits is buying your car in your business does not show up on your personal credit. So it doesn't actually burden your own personal credit when you buy your cars this way. Now, there's a couple of ways of going about actually getting a car, right? You can lease it, you can buy it. What I've found in my personal life is that leasing opens me up to more write-offs. So I've personally found that that's a better way for me, but again, you're gonna wanna check with your accountant before you make any of those kinds of decisions. Now, when you lease a car or buy a car in your business's name, the lender may ask you to personally guarantee the loan. That means that you're gonna sign that even if your business goes out of business, that you will make sure that those payments are paid personally. Now, this is fine, but keep in mind that this won't show up on your personal credit unless you default. So if you stop making payments, that's when it will ding your personal credit if you've signed a personal guarantee. Now again, there's a lot of risk in these strategies and there's more to it than what I can fit in this YouTube video. So make sure that you link up with a certified public accountant to make sure you're doing it right for your situation. Now, like I said, one of my favorite things about buying a car in my business is the write-offs that it gives me on my taxes. Now, if you want to be able to write off up to 100% of the car, then you can actually start a business, like for example, putting it on Turo, which is essentially short-term renting your car to people and turning it into a business asset for even more tax deductions. Turo also gives you the ability to cash flow that car. So now, instead of just buying your car in your business in order to get more tax deductions, now you're actually bringing in cash flow to pay for that vehicle. Now, Maylee and I have done this a little bit differently for quite a few years now, but it's the same principle. You want to use assets to pay for your liabilities, right? The way that the average American does it, the employee mindset individual does it, is they go get a job and then they use the money from that job to pay for their lifestyle, to pay for all these liabilities that they've accumulated over the years. That's the wrong way to do it because you'll never stop working if you want to continue expanding your lifestyle. The way to do it is to use the money from things like your job to go out and purchase assets like rental properties. Here's one great example. I share in my best-selling book, Mindset's a Millionaire, how I first bought my dream car by using a rental property to pay for it. Most people are told that the best way to buy a car is cash, right? If you can go down and drop, $100,000 on your dream car, a Ferrari or a Corvette or a Lamborghini or whatever the case might be, then that's the best way to buy it. However, I disagree with that because $100,000 put into a liability in 5 years will be worth $50,000 or $40,000. In my opinion, the best way to do it is use other people's money, the bank's money, to pay for the liability. Take the money that you saved up. It doesn't even have to be the full $100,000. Take the money you saved up, put that towards a rental property. If that rental property cash flows enough to cover the payment on the loan, then now that becomes the dream car property. I personally do this in my life with a seller finance triplex that Maylee and I bought in Clearfield, Utah. It brings in enough money to cover the mortgage on the asset as well as the payment on my 2022 Corvette Stingray. Maylee did the exact same thing with her Audi SQ7. She found a seller finance property in Roy, Utah that was able to not only pay for itself from the cash flow, but also cover the payment on her dream car. We now both drive our dream cars and our tenants pay for it. It's an incredible strategy that you want to learn more about. Now keep in mind, there are risks in all of these strategies and you want to make sure, like I've said before, that you connect with professionals like attorneys and accountants to make sure that these strategies will work for you in your life and your business. And most importantly, you want to be educated before you go out and try any of this on your own. Now here's the best way I know how to do that. I get that we've only scratched the surface on this strategy in this video, but I would like to go into great detail and teach you my exact formula for buying luxury liabilities using assets and turning those luxury liabilities into assets. This is the best way to start building your knowledge. To help you get started, we're offering a free strategy call with me, Maylee, or one of our elite coaching staff. Just go to www.flippin.education or click the link in the description below to get your strategy call for free. I want to dive deeper into this topic with you and I have a full fleshed out strategy to share with you, but it's just way too much for me to put on YouTube. But this is why we've opened up our time and our coaching staff for a free strategy call, specifically for you, so that you can learn this entire thing and so that you can go out and start making money in real estate without your own cash or credit. And until next time, we'll see you on the flip side.